Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How are you all doing? Welcome back to some more Medieval Kingdoms Total War 1212 AD campaign. Here today, we're going to be starting episode 2 of my Golden Horde Let's Play as the Mongols. So guys, if you still are enjoying this series and want to ensure more content, the best thing you guys can do is to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here with notifications on. Let me know in the comment section down below feedback and suggestions for the series thus far. Feel free to leave a dislike if you're not enjoying it, of course. So, welcome back to the series, guys. In today's episode, we're going to have the Siege of Baghdad. We're going to be pushing into the Middle East, the cradle of civilization, and burning it to the ground. We're continuing to reform Genghis Khan's legacy. So, the main objective for this series is to raise and sack Jerusalem. As you can currently see, the Kingdom of Heaven are currently besieging the Saracens. Godfrey is at the gates. Also, we need to take Constantinople and Rome. And then on that point, I think we'll probably wrap up the series there. But we've still got a hell of a way to go. We're going to be going to war against the Abbasid Caliphate here today. In the last episode, if you haven't gone and watched it, we started off our campaign in the Far East, in the grassy steppes in Russia. We managed to slowly make our way down against the Kuman Confederacy. We pushed down into Georgia as well, turned that into ruin. There are some smaller successor states popping up. We're sort of purging the world of its sickness and allowing new kingdoms to come off. We've got some Georgian pretenders here, Trebizond pretenders as well. Alan pretenders here as well. So, looking at our wars-wise, I'm only at war with Omar. For some reason, they war-decked me out of nowhere. They knew what was up. They know the oncoming storm is coming. We're playing as Genghis Khan's son as well, the Great Khan. So, military alliances-wise, we actually broke mine with my brother because he kept on drawing me into all these wars. He still quite likes me, even though we broke our alliance, but I may have to go to war with my brother at some point. But regardless, we're going to be pushing into Baghdad in today's episode. I'll put in the description below the mod if you guys would like to download it and play along with me. Okay, so I've currently got my spy set up here in sort of a grid formation to scout ahead and see where the enemy lies. So the Holy Land seems to be back and forth. The Kingdom of Heaven still manages to hold Acre, or Kingdom of Jerusalem and Cyprus to be exact. Damascus and Jerusalem are still held by the Saracens for now. So, we're going to siege and take Baghdad in today's episode. Historically sacked by the Mongols, along with Aleppo in this area, from what I can remember off the top of my head. Okay, well, firstly, we're going to move the Great Khan, Jochi, further south. We'll probably try and draw out this other army, because at the moment, the Abbasid Caliphate only have 3 regions. They actually quite like me. We're going to join their war, the Khwarezmian Empire, even though we were fighting them earlier on. So we'll join your war against the Caliphate, moderate, accepted now. Okay, so we're going to be able to take Baghdad quite easily by the look of it. However, there is a full stack down in the south, and Basra as well. Destroying all that spice, destroying all the ports and sacking that and hoarding the spice will be good for us. So we want to fight that battle. So we're going to push down further to the south to deal with this. So we have the Fury of the Steppes moving south with the Great Khan. Okay, you can stay down here. And we'll move our weaker army further south, I imagine. Or depending if we might have enough here with Subi. Okay, let's push in now into Baghdad. What are the odds at the moment? Not exactly overly in my favour. However, the heir to the Caliphate is here. Should I move this army or should I move the weaker one? What I'm going to do is I'm going to move this secondary army further up for support just to see the odds. Because, yep, it's a 95 now. That's a hell of a lot better. There's not really a point of playing sieges in this, especially with my horse spam army builds. We're better off fighting people on the field of battle. So I'm going to move this secondary army up now. We're going to be able to auto-resolve that one clean out, even with the smaller force. So let's move this secondary army further south, just in case the Khan gets run up on, just in case he gets jacked halfway through to Basra. We are currently hemorrhaging money. We currently have 4 full stacks in operation as well. So we're going to be sending Subi, one of my high-ranking generals. Family tree-wise, we have Jochi here, my son Oda, and Batu, who still haven't come of age. Subi is a high prominent commander who actually can push all the way up there. Wow, okay, Jeb is currently... Jeb Bush! I like to call him. Is currently hanging out here. Regardless, we'll move Subi in to sack and raise Baghdad. So coming up against 2 units of spears. I can't wait to see the auto resolve on this one because from what I've noticed, the odds are quite ridiculous. So we have 2,514 against 1,600. So if we lose about 500, if we were to play this, would be probably about right. We'd have to really throw in would have to throw in our melee cavalry, really, and try and surround and cut them off in the streets while our horse archers rain fire and death from outside. So we only lost 174 men. How fantastic is that? There is no way we would lose that due to arrow fire. We'd lose hell of a lot more. So we're going to sack straight up to get 4,000 gold, and then we're going to further raise the city to the ground. And Baghdad has now been raised. Look at that! The Golden Horde strikes again, purging the known world. And we will arise from the ashes. The Mongol Empire. The Golden Horde has hit Mesopotamia. Okay, cool. Right, not really much else we can do here now. We're going to wait for them to come back out. I might switch to another stance, yeah, because we are now hemorrhaging a little bit of money. We go into the negative once my men are in the active field. Regardless, we're going to be able to spend some of our money, so probably go with a yurt builder if we could. Okay, so we can't, unfortunately, due to... We're going to go bankrupt. So we can spend this. What do I want to go through? We're already going through the yellow chain here. I think we're better off going through there as well. We've already got plenty of food in the Horde. Let's try and squeeze some money out as well from kingdoms that love me. Go for the classic Simpzy AI cheese. Hello? Give me money! Please! Hello! Just annoy the fuck out of them. Oh, they want peace, really? It's because they quite like me. Do the Kumans want to give me some money? No, they're not interested. I could go around puppeting people. That could be an interesting stat. But the way the base Attila AI is, they're very untrustworthy. The thing is, right, with vassals, you're not meant to have them for the entire campaign, depending on mods and stuff, because inevitably they will rise up and want to gain independence, and yeah, they'll backstab you at the end of the day. So let's see how the Caliphate deal with this. So they're sitting in a fortified stance outside Basra, which is absolutely massive for us, because if we can strike, siege the city, then we can force that army out into the open field. Bob's your uncle. We're going to be able to absolutely rip them to part with arrow fire. Doesn't look like they're going to do anything now, of course. But guys, unfortunately, this campaign will end in the not too soon future. So let me know now what you would like me to replace this campaign with. Salacia has changed to Orthodox Christianity. I know I've got a lot of Orthodox bros in the chat. Okay, so we're 100% Tengri now. I was just curious to see if we could change ours, to be perfectly honest. Okay, let's move our spies around. We can actually see this quite well. Let's see Kufa, if there's any armies nearby. Okay, we've got my other assassin here. We can probably push you through the desert. We have my secondary spy here. Let's have a look down near Jerusalem. We could maybe sack Cairo. Let me know in the comments, or maybe Alexandria. That could be quite useful. I'm just trying to see like the natural progression where we're going. I think we're going to go straight for Jerusalem next is probably our best bet. Okay, keep you guys here. I want to see what happens there. Probably move you into Anatolia. Let's see if Antioch is still currently owned. Salacia there, okay. Okay, cool. Well, let's continue on the offensive. So, what I want to do is I essentially want to move this secondary army not with the Khan, to besiege Basra. Now, the odds are going to be not very much in our favour. However, we're going to hold the assault there for the time being, and then we're going to throw this secondary army further down. So we've got the Great Khan here. Sorry, we've got some other hordes here. I probably just want to continue on the initiative, continue to push south, and we might even just go to encampments as well. So continue to go somewhere down there. Switch to your encamp stance so we can get our money on track. So we're still hemorrhaging a little bit of money, but we were able to upgrade one of our buildings straight away. Okay, so we're going to be able to neutralize this army now, hopefully. So please flee. Yep, perfect. We're going to push them into the sea from whence they came. Good, let's check a quick save on that. We've got them here on the fucking ropes. Okay, well, let's now push them now with the Great Khan. And look at this, a 95 odds there, man. We'd get such a good auto resolve. We're not going to play this one. We haven't had a proper fight against the Abbasid Caliphate, so we're coming up against a 3-star commander, Muzaffar, who currently has a horse archer unit as his general. Okay, 2 units of spears, 4 units of swordsmen, 4 units of archers. They've got some of their own Turkoman horsemen cavalry, along with some Ghulam horse archers. So we're currently bringing our heavy lancers. We have 5 of them and 1 sort of medium melee. 4 heavy horse archers, which are amazing. However, the Mongol horse archers are still very good, and we've got a unit of catapults as well. Obviously, the Great Khan, Jochi, is a 5-star commander. Let's get stuck into the battle. Alrighty, let's get things off and running. Fight this battle on the battlefield. Let's do it. So we're going to be able to probably knock out the Caliphate in today's episode at one fell swoop, which will be good. But it's going to get easier as we push further west due to the army build slightly changing. The Kuman Confederacy were actually doing okay against us because we were actually fighting toe-to-toe. They have a lot of heavy cavalry-based sort of factions. When we start getting west into chainmail and plate, heavily armoured, slow manoeuvring Christian armies, we're going to be bringing hell to them. We're going to be showing them the Mongol horde. But this army, we're going to be able to do a lot of damage to it, but they're going to be able to combat it a bit with their own horse archers. But we'll see how we go. We had a really good battle in the last episode against, I believe it was another Sunni Islamic faction. I think it was a Georgian puppet who we fought against in the Caucasus mountain ranges. Okay, whoa, a sandstorm. I haven't seen this in Total War Attila in ages. I haven't seen this in the 1212 AD mod. So what does a sandstorm actually do? It takes longer to ignite ships, buildings, and deployable defenses. Sandstorm. Wow, okay, I wasn't expecting that. Okay, let's get stuck into the battle then. So what we want to do is trying to break up into a couple of grids. We will try and snipe the enemy general as well. So here are the Caliphate, of course. Really bright and awesome looking colours. Look at the patterns there as well. Heavily armoured. Let's have a look at the general unit himself. He's fighting downhill. We should be able to use that to our advantage somewhat. But now Baghdad has fallen, and so will the rest of the Middle East. Further heavily armoured men there as well. Okay, cool. So how I want to do this is break up into a couple of grids. So what I want to do is try and put some of the heavies probably on that side because they're going to be more accurate, and we can sort of go for the general himself. So we'll break into something like this. So how many do we actually have? We got 4... 6, 8, 10, 12. Oh, perfect. So we nearly can get 6 off that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, really I want you like this side. I'm going to have to do it whack, aren't I? That'll do. So we'll go with something like this. We'll try and split up into a couple of grids. This is how I want to sort of control my men. You sort of want to put them into these sort of blobs. There we go. Okay, and then we've got the general unit here. We'll move my proper cavalry in the center, and we'll do as best we can. Okay, cool. So let's have a look at the Great Khan himself. I don't know if we've actually fought a battle with Genghis Khan's son, Jochi. Or Jochi, I don't know how to say his name exactly. Because it's Genghis Khan, isn't it? I'd rather say just Genghis. But here are our golden horde men. Oh my god, what is that guy wearing? Yusuf, you have a bucket on your head. Shut up, Mulaka. A Malacca's like a Jewish thing, isn't it? I couldn't think of a... I'm trying to think of Mongol names off the top of my head. I don't have any in the bank. Right, let's try and push up. Try and snipe their general. And we'll move you up here as well. We'll see how they react. Like I said, try and snipe the general. Continue on a heavy shot. So looking at them, they're heavily armored. Yeah, try and snipe the general as best they can. They're pushing into the tree line here. So hopefully don't try and bait me too much. But try and hit something like this. Ah, they're fucking baiting me as well. My artillery's going to get their shots off. Aim for this then. So is everyone on skirmish mode? Because they goddamn should be. Alright, try and find a position. Which is a bit better here. We're firing into the shrubbery, which isn't good. If we can try and draw them out from it, that would be more beneficial. Keeping just in front of it isn't a bad shout, though. Go something like this. So they're moving their generals. They're moving a light unit up here. Are they fucking retarded? Send in the light, because we're just going to be able to charge them quite quickly. The thing is, right, if you can catch horse archers, do it. We're not going to be able to there, though. Okay, let's continue to try and hit them where we can. Okay, they're moving horse archers further in now. The problem is what they're doing, they're intertwining their horse archers with their infantry quite effectively. We might just need to move this catapult out now because they're way too close. These are lightmen, and they're a heavier unit as well. So you quickly switch to a standard shot, try and neutralize this, and you continue with the heavy shot there. The problem is we're actually shooting them in the shrubbery, so they're actually getting some really good defense there. What I'm better off doing is I need to pin these guys down, but I don't want to move my entire army away. So we'll move these guys. You go here, say, because I want you to fire into this, but you need to keep the pressure on these guys. So switch back to a standard shot. You go with the heavy there, and then you guys switch back to that heavy shot, and then swing something like this, because I want you to put some pressure down within these spearmen in the center. Because what the problem is what we're going to have is that there's going to be infantry left, and the problem is with the infantry is we're going to have a hard time destroying it and surrounding it. I might actually drop that, and I might full-on withdraw you out, even though, because they're just going to get overwhelmed. The way the AI is moving here, we need to withdraw them. Okay, you're going to get caught here by those swordsmen if you're not quick enough. And you need to continue to fire into something like this. Okay, you fire into this. You can move further back out now. Continue to fire into something like this. Switch to the standard shot then if they're going to allow them to hit them. Push this way. You're going to get caught here, guys. Okay, you continue to fire off into those groups like I said. But you go back to a standard shot and fire into that. We're protecting our catapult unit, which I'm going to give the withdraw issue. You're getting caught here, but you continue to fire into that. If we can get rid of those swordsmen quick fast, that would be ideal. So they're a medium infantry. We're still trying to move. We'll try and push my main line back just to protect that catapult unit because it's quite valuable. Okay, continue to try and hit units that are on the side here. If we can completely and utterly rout you, that would be ideal. Try and make this unit into pincushions. Bring down the caliphate. Right, let's move you this way. We'll push you further back. What's happening here? There's something going on here. I'm not entirely sure. So fire into that because they're routing. I think we're just getting targeted a bit. I think that's all it was. So that's a light. So switch to the standard shot and try and pepper that out. You are getting a little bit... Okay, yeah, right, alright. Continue to fire into that, but those guys here need to be this way more. Okay, they're now heavy, so switch back to a heavy shot. So there's a little bit of macro involved in this, but the thing is, Total War Attila, man, it's just so fucking overpowered with horse archers. Like, this game is built for it. They're so good. Okay, continue to focus on this unit here. let's continue to try and split things up. We'll move my melee cav around. Really, depending on how heavily... Oh, they're very light bowmen. Okay, cool. So, we're actually getting to the stage where we're thinning out their infantry. Continue to go into something like this. You need to be hitting something like that. At the moment, I'm trying to think. Like, you need to be here, right? Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to try and cycle some stuff. So you continue with your heavy shot. You... essentially these heavy infantry swing this way. We're going to try and mop up those archers. I was sort of under the impression that they were... Oh, the general's fucking there. I'm going to get screwed here. We need to pull further this way. Just be goddamn careful. If we can pull down this way and somehow snipe their general, that would be ideal. Because what we want to do now is move my heavies straight into that. Go straight into that. Oh, God, you're keen. Go on there. Okay. This is what we want to do. So, continue to pick a unit and skirmish where you can. Preferably the spears here now. But I want you to do is continue to go here. So, you pick a unit and we'll try and run them down. We might even be able to catch their general there. You never know. Okay, well these guys are light units, so we're going to be able to make quite easy work of them. That unit's sitting here. Okay, so continue to try and run down that. Okay, go for them. Okay, you need to continue to fire into this cluster. For some reason they're not retreating. They should be. Okay, they're now buckling, which is amazing. And try and swing up and around here. I don't know how well we're doing against their general. Not by the look of it, not very well. We're going to get caught here if you're not careful. Okay. At the moment, there's way too many getting clustered here, and they're just going to turn into arrow fodder. So, PLU... PLU, yeah, look what's happening already. They're clustering. They've been caught there. I don't know how well they're actually doing against their general. Yeah, it's just because we're in the forest. It's not helping. Okay, continue to reform. Pull you like this way. They're being ripped to shreds now. What we need to do is essentially go with hammer and anvil tactics and try and surround them as best we can. How are we going? Well, we've lost about 400 men, but we've killed about 1,000 of theirs. It could be a lot more efficient if I'm being honest. Okay, try and go for their general again. Continue to snipe this one unit here. Okay, that's now been officially broken, so you guys can swing around the back furthermore. They've been completely and utterly surrounded. You move this way. You need to quickly move. Still trying to target that general. It's not too bad. Okay, so now they're officially routed, so you move this way. We'll pick a new unit. Spearman again. We'll go for this. Okay, continue to try and aim for that general unit. If we can finish off and snipe him, that would be awesome. Okay, so it does look like now all those... Oh no, there's one more archer unit at the back there. I was going to say all the archer units are gone, but there's one hanging out this way. Okay, continue to go for their general. Try and finish him off. These guys aren't getting caught just yet. Continue to push further back. I want to get some cool cinematic shots, but just sort of how micro, like just the way you have to micro these guys is a little bit of a pain. The enemy general's now dead, so we can stop focusing on that. We can probably focus on these guys down here now. I'm not even going to worry about this. Come higher up this way. We haven't been caught here yet now, have we? No, so let's pick a new unit. Probably that spear unit, which is getting a bit protected here. You are getting a little bit lopsided there. Come down this way and sort of help out a bit. Okay, what's happening here now? We've destroyed that archer unit. You're just going to sit here picked apart if you're not careful. That general's not... My general's not going to get surrounded, is he? I was going to say that could be a problem. Continue to focus on this spear unit. That has disappeared from me there, because I still think it's in the field. So move these guys this way. Yeah, that swordsman there. Yep, they've now broken. Focus on this. Whoa, what are you doing? Let's make some fucking grids, please. They're gonna get trashed if they're not careful. Okay, continue to fire into this. My general's getting stuck into it as well. Man, you gotta love when they shoot from the back. Okay, we're gonna have one unit route, which is fine. But the thing is, right, as you can see what's sort of remaining, it's all their horse archers. Once we stop actually getting into fights with horse archers, we're gonna be laughing. They're gone now. Let's finish off the last of these swordsmen. They're not gonna charge me there, are they? No. Once we finish off the last of these swordsmen, we're gonna be able to finish off the horse archers quite easily. Continue, lads. Bring them down, bring them down, bring them down. Push further this way. Cavalry-wise, push this way as well. Cut them to pieces. Yes. They're just getting littered with arrows. Here comes another venomous volley. Okay, no swordsman has caught me here or something. No, okay, they're gone. Good. Now move further this way. We want to get rid of this last sword unit. But the thing is, right, what you'll notice is how well the heavy cavalry will perform, just because they've got really high armor rating. These Mongols, even though they're lightly armored, the cost effectiveness of them is just insane. I think there was like, I can't remember the unit for the Huns in base game Total War Attila. It was fucking absurd. Okay, we got boys running in here because some of them are out of ammunition. So that's out of ammunition now. That's out of ammunition. So move you here, and then we've got the last remaining with ammunition there. Okay, they're now gone. Okay, let's send some swordsmen down this way. Okay, cool. Well, let's just try and finish off the enemy now then. They're in a full basic retreat. So push into something like... Actually, probably not with the general, but you push something like that. You guys try and finish this off. I would imagine most of them are just going to try and run away. But we'll do our best we can. How are they going to react? Are they going to try and hold? We've got rid of the general. How the fuck are they even remaining still? That's what I want to know. We're really going to have to allow our horse archers to do most of the work, I think. I don't think any of our proper cavalry's ever going to catch them. Oh, these guys have been caught here somehow, though. Fuck, how's that? Shit, since... Yeah. Oh, no. They shattered. But they... Okay, that's okay. But they shattered, but they're there. Okay. Alright, let's continue to try and get rid of the last of these hordes. There, they're gone now. Good. Right, let's try and run down and finish them off. We're not going to be able to catch a lot of them. Just due to how quick they are. We might be able to grab a couple here and there. But victory, we have victory. We're outnumbered by about 700. And we only lost about 6. And you'll see most of the casualties will be the lighter units. As you can see, most of their... I don't think my army was even at full strength. I think we were coming at them heavily reduced anyway. But it's mostly the horse archers, just because they're so lightly armored. But cost-effective wise, mwah, bon appetito. Just how I like it. It's a close victory, my ass. So we deployed 1,455, we lost 556. They deployed 2,103, and they lost a lot. So, let's have a look at the stats now, shall we? Okay, so what did most of the work for them? Their bowmen didn't do too bad. Yeah, look at those heavy archers, man. 118, 53, 54, 34. My general unit did well. 135, My melee cavalry did okay as well, 173, 38. It was really the heavies that performed well. But look at this, right? 38, 124, 144. Even though they got like similar kills to some of the lights, 126, 116, they do cost a lot more. They take more turns to replenish. So sort of like cost effective wise, having these guys, the thing is with Total War Attila, as long as you don't lose an entire unit due to automatically replenishment, they're like worth having. So you're better off nearly like spamming those out if you really want to go down to the sort of cost analysis of your campaign. But I'm only doing this for a bit of fun, to be honest. I don't want to cheese it too much. Okay guys, welcome to the campaign map. As you can see, we didn't lose the entirety of any unit. So we're going to take on the 11% replenishment, and they're going to flee furthermore into neutral territory. Damn, we're not going to be able to give chase either. Regardless, we're going to be able to take Basra, the crucial spice port in the east. Unfortunately, you can't attack it in one turn because you haven't got catapults with you. So we're going to have to break the siege with you, and we're going to have to allow the Khan to siege. And it actually gives us slightly better odds. Man, Basra is one of my favourite looking provinces in Total War Attila. Look at this, like the contrast of the water, the edge of the world. It's nice sunny weather, cliffs and palm trees. We're about to turn it to bloody rubble. Alright, let's take Basra now with a clear cut auto resolve. The thing is with horse archer spam, you're nearly better off like just auto-resolving your way through the campaign. Look at this, 188. Doing a siege. We lost more on the field of battle actually playing that one. So Basra is now ours. We're going to sack, gaining the 2,000. And then we are going to raze the city to the ground. Dew, dew, dew. Another one bites the dust. And another one bites the dust. Oh, all the way up in the north as well. And actually, all the flames went up there. Okay, so we're going to take one turn to have a bit of a breather. We're going to be able to make a bit of a profit now, which is good. Okay, so my spies are still good. We still need to finish off the Abbasids here. They've only got one territory left. Peace. Nah, I'm going to continue on the initiative and try and finish you off. If I get a turn of replenishment here, that'll be good. Okay. Just chucked a hard save. We are ready to end the turn and continue. Once we finish them off, we can start making preparations to push against Jerusalem. Whoever holds the city will not get any mercy from the Mongol horde. By the time we get there, it's going to be... I'm going to be curious to see who actually holds it, as the Saracens and Christians fight toe-to-toe for it. The oncoming slaughter is coming. Baghdad has now been recolonized by a random rebel army, and it'd be kind of cool to maybe puppet some of these guys if we could. The Zengid pretenders now hold Baghdad. Ugh, excuse me. It's basically rubble now anyway. Okay, so Kufa. Can anyone actually take it? That's what I want to know. Is anyone actually in range with catapults? Nah, not quite. So we're going to have to slowly push over the river. I don't think the general can hit it either. Nah. Not even one fell swoop. So we're just going to have to take our time. Now, pushing bang on the action points. Now, am I going to be able to disembark? Yeah, I can. I always slightly go a little bit ahead just in case, because I don't really want to nuke all my movement all the time. But if we go like that, yeah, so now we know we can actually disembark there. Or, not disembark, move there so we can encamp rather. Okay. So we can't move you much south because your just movement points are shit. And yours are a bit better there. I'm going to have to be careful, because encamping will be a bit of a pain. Okay, so we've got a little bit of cash money. We want to try and upgrade one of our other hordes if we can. If not, we want to upgrade some of our units Because we do travel with roaming blacksmiths. Okay, so let's try and upgrade some of these guys then, so they perform slightly in battle. It's only going to cost 500 or so anyway. Okay, well, let's continue on with our spying, I say. Oh, what's this? Oh, there's an army in the desert. We can assassinate for 450. This will allow my assassins to go up in stats. It was a crit hit as well, which is good. And, the Kingdom of Jerusalem and Cyprus have taken Jerusalem from the Saracens. The Kingdom of Heaven has been reinstalled to the Christians. But for how long? Alright, we're going to push over the Nile here and have a look at Alexandria. We need to scout ahead. Any fools don't. So, we'll push up to Antioch where we can. I wouldn't mind sort of staying near Homs, Acca, just to sort of get line of sight. Let's move to Constantinople. I'd be curious to see now who actually owns it. The thing is, right, we don't particularly want to be found by too many other factions. We want to keep our presence sort of unknown. The more factions you fight, yeah, you can get more trade rights and stuff. But especially for us, as most of the major religions, the big three at the moment, Orthodox Christian, Catholic, and Islamic, they don't like us. They don't like Tengri, so the longer we can stay hidden, the better. This general actually has an integrity buff, which is perfect. Okay, we need some more sons. Orda is 15 and Batu is 14. Okay, let's end the turn and continue. The Golden Skulls, the Fury of the Steppes, the Reckoning, and the Will of Tengri march through Mesopotamia. Okay, guys, welcome to the top of the turn. How is my integrity going? It's quite good. Here it's a bit shit, but that's because this army never gets used, really. Doesn't matter, we can always decimate. It's not even a big deal, to be perfectly honest. Keep you here. Maybe you can disrupt some crusaders or something. But nothing really much else is going on in Cairo. You never know, the crusade sometimes can happen. Okay, having an eyesight here on the crossroads of Antioch, Homs, and Acca is quite beneficial. So it does look like the Sultanate of Rum still inhabit Anatolia. And we finally come across the Empire of Nicaea. So like I said, the big three main objectives here is to take Jerusalem, Constantinople, and Rome. That's my objectives for the series. Sort of where we're going as well, just let me know. We could make a stop at Aleppo, Antioch. We'll just sort of see how we go. Okay, let's try and finish off the Caliphate here now. So let's push up. How are we going stats-wise? The more I can sort of get the Khan up, the better, to be honest, to increase his authority. And it's the faction leader within here. Let's move the secondary army up. Does that change the odds? To be fair, this army is like, everything's running at like half strength. I wouldn't mind moving some more up just to sweeten the odds, but I don't think it's probably going to be applicable. We're going to hemorrhage too much money. The thing is, right, you need to take... the thing is with the hordes, you need to sort of have a break, replenish, restock, and regather. You can't be aggressive too much. It's a time of peace and a time of war. Okay, so let's move you there. And let's take them out. Decisive 234. God, these guys are low, but we're still risking. Oh, we could subjugate them. This is the first time we've actually had the opportunity to do so. This faction will become a puppet. Or do I want the money? Like the 2k. I think I want the money. I don't particularly want them to be my puppet, because every single time I declare war upon someone, they're just going to want to claim their independence. Especially with the nature of the campaign as well. We're more than likely going to be declaring war against more factions than we are not. But the Abbasid Caliphate is being destroyed in one fell swoop. Okay, let's try and peace out with them now. They're homeless, so they don't actually care for peace. They're low now. And we're only losing a slight amount of money. So after our invasion of the Middle East, we've come out of it quite beneficial. Okay, we've benefited a lot. So we're going to be able to continue to upgrade our commerce and stuff as well. Horse breeding and husbandry, that costs 2 for 4. I'm going to have a look what buildings I sort of want to go for. I think I want to go down for like the noblesman camp, especially down with these weaker guys. So guys, unfortunately on that note, it's time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching episode 2 of the Medieval Kingdoms Total War Golden Horde Mongol campaign, soon to be the Mongol Empire. So we've taken Baghdad, some Zengid pretenders have now rocked up, we've taken Basra, and we've knocked out the Caliphate essentially. So what we're going to do now is slowly consolidate, get back up to full strength, and continue to push upon our initiative of going west. We're going to push and take Jerusalem in the next episode. Depending on who occupies it, we could be going sort of south to Damascus here, or if we go to war with the Crusade states, we're going to be naturally pushing a bit north. Once we've knocked out a couple of them, we'll push into Constantinople, which is owned by the Latin Empire. We can actually see it. So it's not owned by the Byzantines, and I can't see who occupies Rome. Regardless, thanks for watching this campaign. If you want to support it and ensure more episodes, all you need to do is leave a like and a comment. Unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comment section down below your feedback for the series, and if you'd like to see more, that's the best way to ensure more content. Leave a dislike if you're not enjoying the series. Check out my social media links if you want to stay connected with me. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. Highly recommend Twitter. Every single time I post a video, a tweet goes out. It's much more reliable than the YouTube sub box. These days, to get all the notifications for the channel, you have to click the bell, of course, to join the notifications squad. I do enjoy reading those comments. Patreon and merchandise link in the description below, along with the Steam group. Come and join the community on Steam. And on that note, unfortunately, I have to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching once again. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Go out and have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye. Really close cinematic shots here, pushing through the breach. Oh, look at... That was probably the shot of the video there.